we said that DSO supports a override functionality, right? So we need to test how this override functionality is going to work. For example, let's say that, and you know how to check the data into all the tables, right, guys? By using S11, yesterday I have given you information. What are the tables will be created by the BW? Right, guys?
Yes, by going to extract menu.
Okay, you can go and check into C11. After that, you can create a one Vex query on top of your DSO. You can create that one. Today, I'm going to show you how to check the override functionality of SAP BW DSO. So, what is a override functionality? We said that whatever the data you load into DSO, the data will be overwritten. Whatever the data you load into InfoQ, the data will be aggregated. Now I'm going to show you how the override functionality is going to work. Yesterday we have loaded the data into DSO. Let me open that. Okay, go and check your standard DSO. It is a 9 p.m. batch, right? Yeah, 9 p.m. batch. We have created one standard DSO yesterday. Let me click on this, say display data. Field selection for output. Let's select a product ID, salesman ID, click on execute, execute. Please observe this. What is the data here? For example, let's take S10. S10 has 1000 here, 100 here, 1000 here. Okay, so I want to check how this data, in case if I make any changes, how the data will be overwritten. That is what I'm going to test today. So if you want to test that one, first you need to find out where is the data is coming from. The data are coming from a flat file called transaction data variable. Open this. Please remember, if you have a unique keys, unique records, you need to change only one place. But here for me, S10 is repeating two places. So I need to change the data into the two places because it's a duplicate records I have created. Now I have here 100, 1000, 100, 100, 1000, 100, same thing. So let's make it as 500, 5000, 500. So what I'm doing, I'm changing the data. Then I load this data into DSO. Then what happens? Once you've done this, click on save. Then close your file. Now go back to BW system. So what I need to do this one. Once you've done that one, okay, so go to data source, or you can run from anywhere. Okay, this is my standard DSO. This is a standard DSO 9 p.m. batch. Okay, go here. This is my info package. Open your info package, click on start. Check your data in the request monitor. Select your load request, PSA maintenance, execute. Please observe, S10 has been changed to 500, 5000, 500, 5000, 5000. Okay. Data has loaded into PSA. Now open DTP. Go to execute tab. Click on execute. Do you want to display monitor? Yes. Okay. I got all green. Click on administer data target. Please observe, I got a second load request which doesn't have reporting icon again. So what I need to do, before processing this, let me see what is the data available. Okay. So select your data target DSO, click on contents, field selection for output, execute, execute. If you see S10, still I have 1000, 100, 1000. These are still old data is there. Okay. Now process this request. Okay. Before that, let me show you what is the data available. See, right now, only the new request data will be available in the new data, not the old. We have seen that last time, whenever activated, the data moved from new data table to active data table and change log. Now I have loaded the second time, the data goes to new data table. Click on execute. I got the new request. Please check what is a S10. Okay, see this is a old options I have for S10, and check S10 here. This is a 500, 5000. Can you see here? Okay, so here I have a 500, 5000. On the top is always it shows what was the old values. Can you see here? S10 it was a previous value. So I'm keep loading into DSOs. It's displaying for me 3 times I have loaded till now. It's a 1 to 10, again 1 to 10, again 1 to 10. 3 times I have loaded. Right now what is the latest data? It is a S10 is 5000, 500, 5000. Guys, don't get confused with my system because I'm doing the same for a lot of batches. In your system you will see only 2 times. In my system it is displaying 3 times. See? It starts with S1, then goes to S9. One load. Start with S1, go to S9. S10 is here. Okay, actually it's supposed to come there. This is the second load. This is the third load. This is the third time I'm loading. In the third load, this is my data. But in your system you will see only 2 loads. Okay. Now go back. So what I want to do, the data is in new data table, that is the second load request. And go to active data table. Execute. What is there in the active data table? Still it is 100, 100, 100, 1000. No new data. It is only old data only. Okay, fine. Go to change log. Execute. It is also S10. Okay. Earlier it was 1000. Then we changed to that. Now what is the latest value? Latest value is, see, blank. Whatever the blank is the latest value. Whatever X is changes. Latest value is 1000, 100, 100. If I change again, it will display again the track the changes. Okay, now go back. I think we done this yesterday, right? Okay, anyway, let's do this one. Okay, select your load request. Click on activate. Select this. Let's say 9 p.m. Overwrite. I'm overwriting the data. Click on start. Refresh. Just wait for some time. The data will be refreshed here. Refresh. Okay, it's moved. Go to jobs. Execute. It is finished. Go back. Close this. Refresh. Now go to contents. Check the data in new data table. Execute. There is no data. Go back. Check the data in active data table. Execute. Please observe what is the S10. It contains the latest data. It's overwritten the previous values. This is called overwrite functionality. Okay, go back to changelog table. Execute. Please observe. There's so many blanks are there. So first one was this was a new value. Later these are values. It is going to change, showing you how many changes have happened based on the date. Now it is going to display to you what was the value earlier was there. See, please observe here how many times we have changed this particular record. This is the latest value. How can I find out? Based on your date, you can find which is the latest value. So it's keep tracking all the changes, whatever they made it in the change log. This is called overwrite functionality. Is it clear, guys? Any questions here? Okay, I'm going to create one basic report based on this standard DSO. Okay, before that, what is my standard DSO name? SDSO 9 PM. Okay, let's open /ORRMX. This is your transaction code, ORRMX. Press enter. I'm going to create one basic /ORRMX. I'm going to create one basic report on top of my standard DSO. It opens your Microsoft Excel. Don't worry, I'm not going to teach you BEX now. There is a separate class. Click on add-ins, click on tools, click on create new query, select your BW system, provide a password. It opens your BEX query designer. Now I need to call my info provider. So what is your info provider? Click on create new, select find. It is a standard DSO. Enter the technical name, click on find. It finds your standard DSO. Click on open. It opens it. Now select rows and columns. Open data. Open key part. In a key part, you have a characteristics. Drag and drop the characteristics into rows. Select all your key figures. Drag and drop into columns. Very simple. Click on save. This is what standard DSO 9 PM. Close this. Click on execute. It will be open in your BEX query designer. Please observe. This is my report. So I got my report. So now what I need to do? Close this one. I have created one standard report on the BEX query. Okay. Once you've done that one, the next part is direct update DSO. Okay. So direct update DSO, it is not going to behave like your standard DSO. The reason because it has to load the data through the APD only. Creation, everything is very common, very similar to other DSOs. I can create in my modeling screen. But when I want to load the data, there is no transformation in DTP, this direct update DSO. It has to load it through the APD, Analysis Process Designer. Okay. So let's see what is Analysis Process Designer. It is one of the advanced analysis options in SAP BW. So data from the variety of info providers, like you have a DSOs, info cubes, info objects, even the BEX queries. We can link all these data sources or info providers together with some business logics and with some advanced transformations to create additional information which is required for business analyst. So basically I can do some advanced analysis which is not possible in a BW modeling screen, which can be possible through the only APD tool, which is called Analysis Process Designer. So if you want to open this Analysis Process Designer, the transaction code is going to be RSANWB. You can do all the creation, maintenance of analysis process in this particular workbench. We call it as an analysis workbench. RSAN stands for analysis, WB stands for workbench. The transaction code is RSANWB. Okay, in this example, we're going to load data from standard DSO to direct update DSO using a APD tool via BEX query. So what I'm doing, I'm loading the data from standard DSO to direct update DSO, which is we have created a top of standard DSO BEX query. So I'm getting the data from the BEX query. I'm going to be using a BEX query as a data source, and I'll sending this data to direct update DSO. Which tool I'm going to use? APD with additional transformations. That is my exercise. Please remember, in a standard, whatever we have done till now, we can load the data into BW. We can send this data for reporting purpose to BEX by using your data warehouse workbench tool. But it is not possible to get the data from BEX query back to BW by using your data warehousing workbench. But through the APD, it is possible. Then I can send the data. In APD, if you want to send the data to DSO, that DSO should be direct update DSO only. I cannot use any other DSOs in APD. I have to use the direct update DSO. Okay. What is a prerequisite? Please create a standard DSO and upload data. Then create BEX query on top of DSO. We have done already. Now let's move this. Okay. So what I need to do? Let's go to Process Designer. RSANWB. Press enter. It takes you to Analysis Process Designer. You can expand the screen. Okay, this is your APD tool. Analysis, it is not a data warehousing workbench, it is a completely new screen. Okay, if you want to create new one, click on a create new. It is going to ask you which folder you want to save all your activities. Select a general folder, click on a continue. It opens a separate modeling section. You can expand this. It's going to ask you what is the description. APD for direct update DSO for 9 PM batch. Okay. So once you're done, please observe I have 3 parts in the screen: data sources, transformations, data targets. Data sources, I have attributes or info objects. Then I have info providers. Then I have a query. Then I have a PC, that is your flat file source system. Then I have here database system, I can connect to database. Then I have a authorization. So these are the parts or data sources. Transformation is nothing but you can do some advanced transformation when you're getting a data. Like you can filter the data, then you can do some aggregation of the data, then you can join the data. Like this you can go, you can do some formulas, you can write some code, you can write some transformation, you can write some ABAP code. All these things depends on your requirement, you can use any one of them. Then the data target. What is the data target here? The data target is when I get the data from data source to where I need to send the data. I can send the data again to info object, DSO. Please observe with the direct to data store object. It is a direct update DSO. I can send the data to my any desktop applications, like I can write to the file. Then I can send the data to any CRM. Then I can write the data to analytical index. So we have a lot of data targets. Depends on your requirement you can use. Okay. So right now what is my data source here? It is a query. So select this query. It's asking what is your query. It is my query on Standard DSO. Okay. So what is your query name? Click on choose query. So I have created a query, expand info area, Standard DSO. This is my report and this is my query. Select your query. Okay, just give me 1 second. Okay. I need to go according to your screen because your screen is a little slow. Okay, select your query, then click on continue. So this is a query I'm going to use as a data source. Click on continue. So now my data source is ready. Then, for example, I want to do some transformation. What I want to do, I want to filter some data. Okay, fine, select the filter. Then connect this data source to your filter. Then double click on the filter. It is going to ask you what do you want to do, filter. I want to filter on salesman ID. Okay, move to the filter section. I want to filter this. Okay, what is the condition? Select filter condition. I want to display only S2 to S5 records. For example, you have millions of records. I don't want to load all the millions of records. I want to load only a certain records or selected records. That is called filter. Okay, my filter is ready. Where do you want to send this data? I want to send this data to DSO. Now it is asking Where is your direct update DSO? Have you created direct update DSO? No. Then let's go back to your BW session. Let's create your direct update DSO. Okay. So what is that? Transformation transaction code RS11. Okay. So right click on your info area. Create data store object. It's a direct update DSO. Direct update DSO underscore 9 PM batch. Direct update DSO. Okay. Click on create. Creation, everything will be common. But I cannot load the data from my workbench. I'll show you what is the reason. Okay. Select your key fields. Right click. Let's say SMID 11. Then right click again. Let's say PID. Then what is the key figures for this? Key figures are going to be P quantity. V quantity, V sales, V profit. Continue. Okay. So I want to add a cal day also, info object, 0 cal day. Continue. Expand settings. Change your type of data store. It is a direct update DSO. Click on OK. Now click on activate. My direct update DSO is ready. What is the technical name? DUD 9 PM. Okay. Activate this. Okay, it is activated. Go back. Please observe this is your direct update DSO. Right click on it. Please observe that there is no transformation. There is no DTP. Without transformation and DTP, is it possible for me to send the data to the DSO? Can I load the data into this? Guys, please answer. Unmute yourself. No.
Technically, no.
Technically, no. Functionally, also no. Without transformation and DTP, we cannot load the data. So it says direct update DSO doesn't have any kind of transformation or DTP, which cannot be possible to load the data from your data warehouse workbench modeling screen. Then what is the process? You have to go to APD only. Okay. Now drag and drop your tool. It is going to ask you what is your data store object. Okay. It's a DUD underscore 9 PM. Press enter. Okay. Do you have a data in this?
No.
Do you have a data in the direct update DSO?
Yeah. No. So far, we don't have any data in that.
Very good. So click on display data. If you still have a doubt, click on display data, click on execute. It says no data entry found. So there is no data. So we confirm that. Okay. So what I need to do? Connect from your filter to DSO. Automatically it creates a transformation. Select your transformation, double click on it. Now I need to do field assignment. Either you have a two option. Either you can do manually or you can do automatically. There is a tool called automatic assignment. This is a tool. Can you see automatic assignment? Then label, click on it, select same object. Same object in the sense it is going to find out what is a similar object to SMID, quantity, revenue, all. System itself will find out. See? If it is not displaying something for you, select this, click on here. It will display here for you what is a particular info object. It is not available. For example, let's say it is not available, then say enter 0 cal day. Okay, it comes to the 0 cal day here. Select constant 0 cal day. Okay, unit of measure. Click on this. I have unit of measure. Yes, this is my unit. Select it. Currency. Do you have a currency? Yes. Where is currency? This is my currency key. Select, continue. Everything is came. Click on continue. The field mapping is also over. Check any errors. It says that zero calde field is not type related. The reason because we have not added we have added a wire calde. Oh my god. It's supposed to get here itself because we have loaded there, but it is missing the zero calde. Okay. The reason because why it is not displaying here. Can you give me any idea? Why it is showing a blank and it is giving error for me? Anybody have clue?
We need to add it in the data field.
No.
In that particular screen.
No.
Data field.
Think.
Maybe the flat file don't have that particular scenario. We don't have that, but sorry, it might have.
Still going. Guys, we have not added a zero calde in the report. In your data sources report, right? We have added only. You want to see that one? You can open and report and see. We have added only characteristics and key figures, no calendar day. That's the reason I'm getting error here. It says that there is no matching object in the source. Are you getting my point?
Yes, Kiran.
Do you want to see that report, or do you remember the report? What are the objects we have added? Come on, guys, please speak. I'm the only one person speaking here.
Yeah, SMID. Can you show the screen again?
Okay, let's open your report. Please observe product ID, SMID, quantity, sales profit, sales revenue. There is no calde.
Yes.
Then what I need to do? Go back here, edit your Bex query. Then you can add that one. Okay. Can you see here? We have not added calde. That is a problem. Okay. That's the reason I'm getting an error message. Okay. No need to worry about one. No need to add calde. Okay. You can simply remove this one. Without calde, we can load what is there. Okay, continue. So let's check again once again. Now it says no error found. Is it clear now? Click on activate. It's going to ask you what is the APD technical name. APD underscore 9 PM batch. Click on continue. Once you've done this process, you need to click on execute. But guys, in this particular training system, especially which is using in this particular image, most of the systems you get an error message called MDX error. If you are using your system, output is going to be MS SQL, the database. In case if you have a backend database is Oracle, you're not going to get that error. Okay, so most of the systems you're going to get an error called MDX. Even in my system also, whenever I click on execute, it will execute the data, but it will throw you MDX error. Otherwise, the data will be moved from data source to filter, then filter the data, then data will be moved to the standard direct update DSO. Then after execution, what I need to do? Open your direct update DSO and check the data. That's it. This is a process. But here, we're going to get an error message called MDX. So please try whatever the systems you got. Maybe it will work in your systems, but in the system you'll getting an error. Any questions here how to create APD?
No. Okay.
Is it clear now? Which cannot be possible in a data warehousing workbench. You can do some advanced analysis here. Okay, see, can you see here I got a problem with MDX error. It's an MDX statement. It will be terminated. For you systems, it will be all green. All green in the sense the data has moved from DEX query to direct update DSO. You can open the direct update DSO and you can check the data. That is how we load the data to direct update DSO. Okay, so I'm going to stop it here. So since, fine guys?
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye.